getting back sort of into Vermont, what is your role, like 350 Vermont, you deal with what are you guys working on right now in the state of Vermont?
Yeah, so I focus on some of our legislative and policy work. So especially right now when the legislative session is happening, that's kind of my day-to-day. Right now and over the past year or so since I started, we've been really working on this disconnections protections legislation to protect people from getting disconnected from their electric and gas utilities. Specifically, electricity is what we are really focused on because as Vermont makes this transition to expanding electrification for heating and cooling and transportation, we really want to make sure that low-income Vermonters, BIPOC Vermonters can all afford to electrify their homes. So we've been really focused on trying to prevent these mass disconnections that we've been seeing.
So to kind of dig into that a little bit, so we're seeing mass disconnections, and so, I mean, are there any numbers around like what's happening, just so people are aware of sort of?
Yeah, so Vermont has kind of a unique utility landscape. Most states have a ton of investor-owned utilities, but here in Vermont, we only have one, which is Green Mountain Power. It's the largest utility in the state. It covers 70% of Vermont ratepayers. And then additionally, we have municipal utilities and cooperative utilities. We have been really focused on Green Mountain Power as an investor-owned utility. There was a month last winter in 2025 where in 1 month they sent out 37,000 disconnection notices, which is 1 in 5 Green Mountain Power customers.
That's insane. We only have 600,000 people in the state.
Yeah, it's really disturbing. And I mean, electric shutoffs really impact families so severely. The research shows that if you receive a disconnection notice, most folks will go without food, they'll go without their medicine in order to pay their electric bills because it's so needed for just your day-to-day life.
Well, in order to live and survive, I mean, I go without power for 3 days because of a lightning storm.
Yeah, and it's so inconvenient. Yeah.
And as much as I like to pretend I could live in the 1890s, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
So wow, 37,000? That's incredible.
Yeah, and it's really hard to find any sort of data around it because there's some confusing reporting requirements from the utilities to actually report that data to the Public Utilities Commission. So we don't know how many of those 37,000 notices actually resulted in disconnection, but it's a pretty substantial number nevertheless.
Now, Vermont used to have a law that you could not turn off, I don't know if it's gas or power in the winter.
Yeah.
And so that doesn't exist anymore.
So that does still exist. We have a protection during periods of extreme cold.
Okay.
And what we have introduced into the legislature this session is a bill that would expand those protections for summer extreme heat, which we currently do not have protections for. But with the rising heat and the lowering cold, we really see the necessity for not just those winter protections, but summer protections as well.